So where's the store that you would typically go to?
I would typically go to Charlotte Russe or Victoria's Secret.
Okay. And what about you? Where would you typically go shopping at?
I can shop anywhere. I could go to Tilly's or sometimes a Spencer's. Sometimes like the Pink store. Really, I can shop anywhere.
Can you shop anywhere?
No.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me mad sometimes because I see some stuff that I think it's cute, but I knew it wouldn't fit me. So I guess like there's just some stores I'll just bypass completely. I'm gonna walk in here and stand inside.
Extra small. I'm probably.
What's the see? What is the biggest size you see?
Let's see. Extra small. What is this? Okay, so we've got mediums here.
Only up to medium.
Up to medium. Extra small. Small. Let's see. Let's go. Medium again.
Medium.
No larges at all.
Okay, medium and that.
The biggest shirt I saw was a large, which clearly would not fit me.
It's like a funhouse mirror at the circus. That's pretty much what they've chalked up beauty to be.
What is it trying to show? How does that make you feel?
That I would look better if I was thinner.
So this is the size 1 on the right. This is size 11 on the left. What's the difference?
You know what Torrid is?
Torrid is a store solely for plus size women. Like they go all the way up to like I want to say a size 30. And yeah, they're really expensive. So they have an exercise line too, which like this shirt's like a size 5 and I think it's like 26, 28. And for like a simple exercise shirt, it is $43 US. I mean $34 US. The pants to go with this outfit, $56. So basically like a $85, $86 outfit. Where you can typically get it a lot cheaper, or at least a lot more at like another store. So stores are very expensive, but they get really good quality products. Now I feel like the media is trying to catch up. I feel like when I spoke about this last year, there was so like like at that time a lot of new artists were like coming up, were coming like new and up and coming, like Lizzo and everything. And then I think now the media is trying to be more body positive because of like all the backlash they got from not being body positive. So like people like Lizzo and like all these other female artists are like trying to show like different body standards, like stretch marks, dark spots, all that stuff. I think they're trying to show that more in a positive light, especially with 2020 and how crazy everything's been. I think it's better now.
Okay, so I do believe now like the media is trying to be a little more diverse with like showing the various types of body types. You know, we're not just sticking to the whole fitness idea, although it is still, I think, more favored to have it's preferred by society for you to have like a fit, athletic type of body. But I started to notice that like more people are included in like different things like CoverGirl commercials and stuff where like you'll see bigger people and really just more diverse body shapes.
So I guess I guess things I don't like about myself is I very definitely tend, like mentally, I guess I tend to overanalyze a lot of things. So it could be like a simple interaction, it could be a simple like gesture, but like in my mind, my brain is going to take that gesture and take that interaction and flip it and spin it 1,000 different ways, and then the message that is perceived into myself is something negative. And so I'm always like, I feel like I'm a negative person. Second thing I dislike about myself is, let me try and reiterate that. The second thing is I have a lot of medical problems that, and it's basically, in a sense, mess with my self-esteem and confidence, in a sense. So I guess I really don't like that about myself. And then I think a third thing that I don't like about myself is I don't really give myself a chance, you know. I don't give myself a chance for like happiness, or like going like piggybacking off like what I said for my first thing. It's like I'm always like a negative person, so like not giving myself a chance also like coincides with not believing I can do something, or not believing that this person will like me, or not believing that I can go into the store and fit this type of things. Like it goes with every aspect of my life. I never really give myself a chance. I never really have faith in everything. So I think I already lose before even pushing myself forward. I guess 2 things I like about myself. Currently still, I can't pinpoint things that I like about myself. I won't say that I'm like, I hate myself completely, but I can't actually point out anything that I like physically or like mentally like about myself at this point.
Okay, 3 things that I like about myself. I like my smile. I like my confidence, and I like the way I think. 3 things I dislike about myself would be I don't like that I procrastinate, because like that's one of my biggest problems. I also don't like hang on, I gotta think about it. I guess I don't like how stubborn I can be sometimes. Like, I guess that also ties in with the procrastination thing, but like sometimes I'm too stubborn for my own good. And then I guess another thing I don't like would probably be not confronting people when I have a problem with them in the moment.
You know, that's a very loaded question, because in 2019 I didn't, and then now in 2020 I still don't, but I've been going to like the gym more and like learning myself more. Like I've been like on this like self-learning journey, and I sometimes I'll find myself like, you know what, I like how I look now, you know, like I find myself having a little bit of those moments, and those moments are like really great because like I do feel pretty in those moments, but they're not permanent, you know what I'm saying? They're not permanent, and they're not long lasting, but sometimes I can't say I do, and I'm not gonna say that I do when I like get dressed up, but like I don't know, it's just in a moment like I'm starting to feel a little bit better about myself.
Yeah, sure, I'm hot.
I think what makes a girl slash woman beautiful to me is everything that's on the inside, you know. Growing up, I learned and I was taught that like outside looks mean absolutely nothing. You can be beautiful on the outside and have a very ugly personality, and therefore excuse me, you are an ugly person. And then there's some people who are the most beautiful, they're the most beautiful person on the inside. They're probably the most nicest, sweetest people that you can meet, but because they don't look a certain way or they don't match society's standards to beauty, they're not even given the chance. So I think it all matters. Everything that's on the inside is what makes a woman slash girl beautiful. Like doing what makes you happy. Like, are you being able to answer at the end of the day, are you a good person? Did you like help the world? Like, did you help yourself, or are you happy? And are you proud of yourself? Like, can you live with yourself? I think being able to answer those questions lightly and positively makes a person beautiful to you.
Okay. I think what makes a girl slash woman beautiful is her confidence, the way that she carries herself. Definitely how she, like, if you can tell whether someone values their personal appearance, so like well dressed, you know, keeps herself like clean. I also think that what makes them beautiful is just like, you know, like who they are as a person, like personality wise, all the unique traits that come with each and different woman. And yeah, that's...
I don't feel the most proud of myself right now because I don't recognize myself in this, like right now at this moment. But I don't, that's not permanent though, and I think I guess I'm proud when I realize that temporary downfalls are literally just temporary, and I think realizing that and like believing that makes me proud. So there's moments when I feel like my words and I like kick myself back into gear is when I feel most proud.
I think I feel the most proud of who I am when I know that I'm being my most authentic self. When I know that I'm like giving my all to something and I'm not holding back.
I don't have a lot of great childhood memories when it comes to body image. One memory that comes up is a memory that's involving my mother. And don't get me wrong, I love, like, literally that she's my rock. That's like she's my mom. Like, that's my best friend. Love her to death. And like, she literally raised me, you know what I'm saying? You know, but one instance, back when I was in like high school, I wanted to wear, specifically, I know I wanted to wear leggings. I wanted to wear a nice shirt that was like kind of fitted, flowy sleeves, and the shirt kind of like it covered, like came like right below my bottoms, like right below my butt. And my mom made the biggest fuss. She was like, you know, you're too big to be wearing stuff like this. Like, you can't go outside looking like this. People are gonna laugh at you. People are gonna be like, it was just so intense, you know. And at the time, my brother's girlfriend was living with us, and so she was like, she told my mom, she was like, hey, like, Miss So and So, like, why are you treating your daughter this way? Like, leggings, like, she looks fine. She just go hang. Like, I was trying to just go hang out with my friends at the moment. She looks fine. And I remember like my brother's girlfriend was like maybe 16 at the time, and I was probably like maybe 13. And at that time, my 13-year-old self, and I was still like, I was always been on the plus side. So I was always like, I was just feeling, I was like, wow. And so at that point, I took off my shirt and I just grabbed a hoodie. And I think I realized that hoodies became like, I always wear hoodies and leggings. And I think my mother didn't realize that she set the standard for how I felt about myself from that moment. And now she'll try and tell you that I can wear anything I want, I can be confident as ever, but that one childhood memory that set the standard for the rest of my life that I'm still trying to overcome. Like, I still don't wear my arms out, and I still always second guess myself before going out, wondering how is this person going to think I look, or do I look okay, or is this person going to laugh? And that's still something I'm overcoming from just that one childhood memory. And then I think there was more instances, but it was that one with her, and then another one with my father when I was a little bit older. And I think they don't even try to remember that they said such things, but they did.
Triggers. Let's see. I have a few. There was one time where my mom told me that I should stop eating late because I was going to get too fat. And then there are other times when she would yell at me for being too skinny. And so I had a lot of issues with, like, basically just my own, like, body size, like my weight, and like if I was too big or too small. I guess, like, that's really the main stuff I remember. It's just my mom kind of being nitpicky with me. I've probably had other instances, like with like classmates, for example. But mainly it was just like because of my hair. So that really doesn't have to do with my body, I guess.
Well, I can answer that question a couple of different ways, but I guess, I guess I'll answer it this way. So I guess something that makes me always feel worse about my body is my thighs. I think growing up, I've always had thick thighs. I think that they run in my family. And my granny Ann, who's like basically like my grandmother, she always like commented on my thick thighs. And, you know, at first it was always cute. You know, like Naya has thick thighs, and those chubby thighs aren't gonna go anywhere when I was a baby. But as I grew up, and these thick thighs still didn't go anywhere, they started causing like a lot of unwanted attention. And like in both aspects, like I know in the summer it was hot and I wanted to wear shorts, and having thick thighs and like always being on like the thicker side, like my shorts always like rose up and like kind of went into like the middle, like, you know, like went to the middle. I always had to like pull them down the middle. And while I thought, you know, that was like a normal instance, another time involving my mother, she told me, she was like, you know, you're wearing your shorts too short, like people are looking at you with disgust, like what's wrong with you, like you need to wear bigger shorts, like you're too big to be wearing shorts like this. And at that point, like my shorts, like I was a child, you know, so it's like I didn't understand, like what. And then one time I saw that instance of a lady in Walmart, and I was pulling my shorts down. I didn't like Bermuda shorts, but still pulling them down because, you know, it's hot. It was Baltimore summer, it's hot. And this lady looked at me like, what are you doing, like how dare you? And she was like smaller. And I think ever since then it's like I don't want, like I wear shorts now because it's like I'm older, like forget that. But like I don't, like my thick thighs make me hate myself because people love them, and always comment on them, but then at the same time they hate them, and they don't go anywhere. As much I can work out, these thighs still don't go anywhere, and they move, and they jiggle. They have cellulite, and it's like I don't know. People love them, but it's like I don't see what they love, and then I see what everyone hates. So I don't know.
I guess body hair. Like, you know, like I have like hair on my stomach, so like growing up I was told that, you know, like it wouldn't be considered attractive to have like a hairy body. And I've also been taught that women just shouldn't have hair on their bodies at all, or as little as possible. So definitely hair.
Something that's made me feel comfortable in my own skin, I'll say, I'm not really sure, you know, because for a while I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. So like I think for a long time I always had hoodies, and having that hoodie, especially going up through high school, it kind of represented a lot for me, and always helped me cover up like like all of my imperfections, everything I hated. Like my arms, they were long enough to cover up my legs, but I was still able to wear my leggings because I didn't like wearing jeans because I didn't feel comfortable in that. And I think the hoodie allowed me to like cover up myself and only show the parts that were deemed okay, which is like, you know, the bottom of my thighs and then the rest of my legs, you know. But like the hoodie, and especially if it was an oversized hoodie, always covered up everything that I didn't want the world to see. So and then I think I've always, and I grew having like the hoodie, like my hoodie, as I grew up, my fashion changed, but the hoodies never did. Like the hoodies just became cardigans and sweaters. But they always make me feel like more confident because, you know, it always was that security blanket. And it still is in a sense. And it's like now I'm a little bit better. Like I still wear, like I'm starting to wear like my arms out. I'm starting to get like more confident, like wearing crop tops and things like that. But I think I still sometimes always revert back to my old hoodie.
Something that's made me feel comfortable is just starting to accept myself on a daily basis. Like, I've been trying to, every day I wake up, I try to think of something that I love about myself, and I'll look in the mirror and I'll tell myself, hey, you look good today. I love your eyes. Or, I love the way that, you know, you laugh or something. Like, I'll just give myself compliments and, you know, just be gentle with myself.
A positive body image is something that is just healthy. And healthy, I know for a fact, doesn't necessarily mean small. And I think just healthy in like all aspects of the ways, like physically and mentally, you know, like being like actually good with yourself mentally, like being able to check in with yourself and like just having like a good healthy brain in a sense, like a healthy relationship with yourself. And then physically, like being happy with your body, like being healthy, you know, nonetheless, but like being happy and not afraid to eat certain things or afraid to look a certain way or afraid to wear certain things, just being like confident within yourself and realizing that if you're happy, then literally that's all that matters, because everyone else goes on to mind their business at the end of the day. And you and as a person, like, you know, you do too. And I think a positive body image firmly like realizes and believes that, and so that way nothing that society does can mess them up or put them off their game, because they know that they're self and they're confident in themselves.
I think a positive body image is, you know, when someone is truly comfortable with themselves, you know, like a person that just takes care of themselves and like treats their body with respect. And what I mean by that is, you know, just doing the basic things of like eating a good diet and, you know, drinking water and stuff, like just basically just caring for your body as you would care for somebody that you loved.
No, I'm not happy, but that's for a lot of different reasons. Life right now is just terrible, you know, and I'm in this process of trying to figure out a lot of things that are like heartbreaking, and a lot of things that that's always been like my norm and security blanket. I'm kind of like in Band-Aid, basically kind of just ripping off the Band-Aid, and that's not a happy journey right now at this point.
Sure, yeah. I'm doing great right now, which is funny because it's 2020 and there's a whole pandemic going on, so, but yeah, I'm happy.
Self-love looks like, honestly, I may not be able to say this, but you know, in certain states like Colorado, Las Vegas, happiness like honestly looks like waking up in the morning butt naked, brewing a cup of coffee, doing things that people love to do out there, and just sitting there and being happy with your whole self, you know. And like it's just, and then doing things that always doing things that that move toward your happiness, like self-care, like self-loving yourself, and like with your love, like all aspects of your life, always do things in regards to yourself, but not in a selfish manner. Like, you know, taking care of yourself. Like, not being afraid to spend that extra $50 for that body scrub because you know it's gonna make you feel good at the end of the day. Or telling that guy, actually, no, you can't take me to dinner because you know at the end of the day they're gonna hurt you. So then you're picking yourself first. And it's like all aspects of your life, you only choose things that make you happy, you know, and not everyone else. And like all while still being true to yourself, you know, like still being like that true loving person to your friends and your family and people that love you, but also loving yourself as well.
To me, self-love looks like kind of just checking in with yourself every day and figuring out, you know, where the good things are, where the bad things are, what you struggled with during the day, and how you can sort of just be your own best friend and like kind of have those pep talks with yourself to pick yourself back up. So what does self-love mean to me is just, once again, it goes into like self-acceptance and knowing your strengths and weaknesses and still embracing who you are, because I feel strongly that if you don't even like yourself or love yourself, then it's going to be really hard to expect somebody else to do that.
You know, I worry all the time about my body not being good enough, especially in like a love sense, you know? Because like, even though the world's trying to be like positive with like body images and stuff like that, but like a lot of people don't like plus size girls and thick girls. And I think now, like, especially with, like, I always thought that I wouldn't be good enough because I'm not your stereotypical small person, and I have a lot more to, you know, like hold and rub, and I move, or I shake when I move, shit, like stuff like that. And I don't know, and I always thought that like that would be embarrassing, you know what I'm saying, that no one would want to show that off, that no one would want to be with that, you know. So that's why I was like, I would never be good enough. And then especially with like my current / past relationship, like I always worried about not being good enough because the people that she like were with before me were smaller, you know. And I noticed like it's not like it's obvious that like I was a bigger girl, and it's like, wow, like am I good enough? Like, is she like, does she hate that she has an extra to hold here compared to like what she had with like her past? And it's like and that shit, like, it hits you at like the most unexpected times. And like there's nothing to her, you know. And it's like, it's not up to your partner to give validation, but I don't know, that's always a thought in the back of my mind. It's always, I don't know.
I used to. But now, no, I don't give a fuck. Pardon my French, but I'm gonna be who I am regardless, so I refuse to feel bad.
Okay, do I avoid wearing certain clothes because it makes me feel bad? I can, you know, before, absolutely. Absolutely. I only wore leggings, and hoodies. And then before, I would only wear flowy dresses and like knee-high boots or flowy skirts, because that's always what I felt comfortable in. I kind of always, I think I stay away from like jean shorts, and I have a couple pair, but I try to stay away from them, most because of the most of the incidences, because I mentioned the incidents I mentioned before. And then I kind of stay away from jeans as well, because I feel like where my knee is, I feel like there's like my thigh, you know, it's like thick, so like you can see like it's like a calf, and then you see the thigh come out, you know, because like thick thigh. So it's like, I don't wear jeans. I feel like jeans kind of emphasize that in a sense, but leggings don't, because that makes sense. And at first, you know, I used to always avoid wearing like short sleeve shirts, and I would always make sure I wanted to wear a shirt longer. But recently, I started wearing crop tops, feeling like more confident. But then I think I was still like, I wouldn't wear tight crop tops, or because I don't feel comfortable in them. And so like I kind of avoid like mostly tight clothing except for leggings, you know, because like loose clothing. Other than that, I think I avoid all tight clothing.
I used to, but not anymore. One thing I've noticed since like the last time we did this interview is I've been trying to get more in touch with my feminine side, because I've struggled a lot with that. I've always been like a tomboy growing up, so I was just used to like dressing to be comfortable, and I still do dress to be comfortable, but now I feel better about exploring how different clothes look on me, like crop tops and stuff.
Do I feel badly about myself because I don't like my body? I think in a short, yes. I think a lot of my problems stem from like body confidence and like not believing I'm pretty enough. And then I think by not believing that I'm pretty enough, I believe I can't I can't do certain things. And then by not doing those certain things, I feel terrible about myself all over, and it's just a never-ending cycle. And I sometimes think like, you know, like if I was smaller or if I was more confident, then I'll feel more confident to do certain things. If I was more confident to do certain things, then I'll meet more people. And if I was more confident to meet more people, then life would do this and life would do that. And then there would be a whole nother takeoff if I was smaller. And that used to be my mindset as a child. It's like, you know, you just lose weight, you know, like just do what you have to do, then you will live a better life. And everyone's like, I had help with that mindset, you know, because everyone in my mind, like my family, was being small was it. Like, you know, you're small, people were happy. The only people that were big were the moms who had kids. If you were a big kid already, then you know you weren't happy. So like I grew up not happy, and then I moved to Baltimore, and it was a lot different there. Like a lot more of the kids, like I met a lot more of my friends who were like more like my size and stuff like that. But even like, but then, you know, kids are mean. So like I went from having mean family to mean kids, and I didn't have that confidence. You know, a lot of the girls in Baltimore, they had the confidence, you know, but I didn't. Like I was a shell of a person, and people took that and used that, and so I became even more of a shell of a person, and so I began to not like myself even more. And I think that attitude kind of continued through college. And I think while I don't show it, I think I feel it the most is when I'm like alone, or like when it hits me randomly bouts, and I just sit there and it's just cry because I'm just sad. But it's like I can't let the world see that I'm sad, you know, because that's how I was also raised, you know. Don't let no one see you cry. So it's like I'm always, and I think everything always stemmed from just not being small enough, you know. And I think I just always hate that because it kind of just took my whole life and rolled with it, you know.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with no, because I love my body. Even when I was questioning things as like a kid and like a teenager and stuff, I still fucking love my body. So
yeah, I would definitely change my brain. I would switch it for a more healthier one.
no, not really. I'm actually okay.
I would love to tell my younger self that your mother can all, like, with the most respect possible, STF you, as well as your father. That you're going to go through things, that people and kids are going to be mean, but you just have to make it through high school. And realize that once you make it through high school, you don't see any of those kids ever again. That they don't influence your life. They don't pay your paycheck. They don't pay your bills. They don't sign your car note. They don't do anything. So it's like, really make it through high school. Focus on like, forget people and focus on studies. Like, focus on the things that in the future, when like, not your real life, but when like your life starts, you're good and you're set up. And people love thick girls, and you're gonna find the person that does, someone who makes you feel confident about yourself. So all those negative things don't even have a chance to even fester, because you're actually happy with yourself.
So, what I would tell my younger self about self-love, gosh, I would say a lot. There's a lot I could tell my younger self, but if I had to keep it simple, I would definitely say, first of all, please be gentle with yourself. Like, stop berating yourself and roasting yourself. It doesn't save you in the long run. If anything, it just makes your self-confidence plummet, because now you've convinced yourself of one thing when it's not true. So don't do that. Another thing I would definitely say is just really focus on what you like about yourself. Stop looking at the negative side of things, you know? Like, hey, I like the way my boobs look in this bra. Okay, well, I'm gonna wear it today. Or, hey, you know what? I think that I actually have nice legs, so I'm just gonna wear a dress or a skirt and show them off. Enhance what you've got, you know? Work with what you've got. Don't lust after what everybody else does, how everyone else looks, because I guarantee you, you won't please everybody. And it's impossible to do that, so don't try to. Please yourself first. So that's my advice. Yeah.
You know what? Yes. Because I'm not gonna say I don't love myself, because if I didn't, I wouldn't change anything about myself. I think I would just continue down this downward spiral and I wouldn't change it. But I am decided not to continue down that downward spiral, to change the pattern and change the path, and to actually start to speak up. And like, wow, I may not like myself at the moment. At the end of the day, I love myself because I will push myself to be a better person. I'll push myself to be a better me. So yeah.
I will always love myself, honey boo boo, because no one else will do it for me. I love myself. Hell yeah, I do. I love me. I love you, Kendra. That's right, girl. You going places. You're gonna be somebody. You already somebody right now, girl. Yes. Yes. Jazz hands. Spirit fingers.
Hashtag I am beautiful 1 year later.
Hashtag I'm beautiful, baby. 1 year later. Mm-hmm.